begin with a KTK exclusive. An East Texas community just finished doing one of the hardest things anyone has to do for their loved ones, saying one last goodbye. The farewell was for 17-year-old Lily Thornburg. The Tyler Legacy senior was hit Friday by a suspected drunk driver. Now, just moments ago, her parents took her off life support.
KTK's Frank Jefferson right now joining us live in studio with how her best friends are coping with this loss. Frank.
Sarah, Neal, according to Lily's friends, this terrible accident, it happened less than 5 minutes away from her high school.
She slid and she hit the curb and her car just flipped multiple times, and she hit a gate and a tree, and it just flipped so many times.
For Lily Thornburg's best friends, Katie and Avery Kerbo, losing her to a fatal car accident feels surreal.
It doesn't seem like something that would happen to someone you know, so close to you. It's hard. It still doesn't even feel real. It's really, really difficult to really just process it.
Lily was hit by an alleged drunk driver as she was turning onto Alpine Drive. Friends say this left her brain dead, fighting for her life over the weekend. After visiting Lily in the hospital, they miss her even more.
It's not who I remember her as, and I try not to let that be who I'm going to remember her as somebody that was sitting in the hospital on her deathbed.
Instead, her friends are choosing to reminisce on the good times, like playing in the Tyler Legacy High School Red Raider Band.
I had come from a school that wasn't in Tyler ISD, so I didn't know anyone, and she was the only person I talked to for a while. And she didn't even know me, and she was just so nice and to everyone.
Monday night, Thornburg's parents made an almost impossible decision, taking their daughter off of life support.
It was really hard. I could barely even get any words out to say anything.
Now, living without their friend after someone else made a decision that cost her life.
You never know, so just play it safe and get a ride, and if you can't get a ride, then don't do it in the first place. And some people have an ego, and they're just like, no, I'm fine. Put your ego aside, think about other people.
And Lily would have turned 18 this Wednesday, and her friends said they still plan to celebrate her just how she would have wanted. In studio, Frank Jefferson, KTK News.
And this note about Frank's story: the man accused in that crash that left Thornburg seriously hurt is currently sitting in the Smith County Jail. Police identify him as 24-year-old Jason Charles. Now, so far, Charles is only charged with intoxicated assault and is being held on a $200,000 bond. Now, under our state law, once someone dies in a drunk driving crash, that charge would be changed to intoxicated manslaughter. If found guilty, it carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison.